Alright, so the question is, how do you get a background like this in InDesign? Okay, and I'm not talking about the type or the graphic. I'm just talking about maybe this background with the shapes in the back. I'm not even talking about the hands either, because this is all separate. I think the easiest thing to do when you deal with something like this is actually do a Google search. And you can type in cool backgrounds and as an image search, and you can try to find something that may work for you. The important thing when you're looking for backgrounds to use across a spread in Google Image is that you use the search tools to search for large, high-resolution pictures. Okay? You have to look for high-quality stuff, because if you look for files that are not big, they are going to get pixelated on your spread. So, and I don't know if that's, the idea that we're trying to find something exactly like this background here. We can certainly make it if we don't find something, but I usually always try to find something that works out for me. So say you don't find anything. Say you have to build this from scratch. Okay? So if I was to build from scratch, I'll go to the spread. Building from scratch should be your last resort. In this case here, I'm going to use the pen tool to build this thing. And I'll drag a ruler, a guide across the spread, so just to mark my center point. And I'll use this as a, I say the center is only going to be offset here. Okay? And with my pen tool, and by the way, when you click guides that you want to get across the page, you see if you just don't click anything, they don't cross the spread, the spine. But if you press the control key, it goes across. Okay, so if you're trying to use guides, that's a good tip to use. But anyways, basically I would draw shapes at this point, and with the pen tool, you can create shapes of any kind. And in this case here, I'm gonna create a triangle. Boom. Okay. And now I'll make copies of this triangle and rotate it around. In this case, I'm gonna put a color fill first, and I'll use the rotate tool. I'll control alt, click and drag, and I create a shape. Okay, and now I can actually rotate this with my rotation tool here, my rotate tool. I can choose the axis that I'm rotating this with. I'll overlap these two guys, and with the rotation tool, with this axis, the reference point, the right reference point selected, I can now, see here, I can click on this guy. Oh, okay, so this is actually rotating off of this base, which I don't want. It needs to be this guy here, and I can create a duplicate like this. You see what I'm doing? And I can, again, I'll select this, I'll control C or copy. Whoa, shoot. Control Z here. Copy. I'll deselect. I'll control V to paste. I have another shape here. I'll point it on the same exact location. And again, I'll do the same thing over and over. And I don't know what happened here. Why is it broke for me? But that's the gist of what you're doing. Okay? And then it just requires patience. Eventually you're going to build something up here, and you can end up with something similar to this. You're going to have to tone down the colors. Okay? You can use a opacity to tone down, depending on what color background you have. You can put different colors in this, but eventually you can get to something like this. Now, the hands and stuff, that will be a... So anyway, so for this I will have a blue background. If I have if this shape's here, this guy, and this guy, they're all on layer number 2. On layer number, and now I'll lock that layer. Control 0, control minus W, and I will, whoa. On this layer here, I could create a layer with a fill, and I start to see that stuff that we are seeing here. Okay, but anyways, as far as the other elements, you can actually, to do the hands, for instance, I probably would try to do a Google image search, such as hand outline. And I'll try to find something that I can use and insert it as, whoa. Again, I want to always stay with silhouette. There you go. Okay, so you're gonna find some things that you can use. This one is nice because it already comes without a background. And then you can, duplicate. This hand is the same as this one. It's just flipped. And you can start using the stuff. Save image. I'll save image on my desktop for now, just so I know. And then I'll create a new layer here. I'll put this layer on the very top. Whoa, that's the wrong layer that I didn't want. My green layer is going to be on the very top. And I'll put my hand in there. Where's my hand? On the desktop. So where's my hand?